Hello everyone. The topic is array implementation of stack. We already completed what is stack and what are the examples of stack and applications of stack and how mm, to insert and delete an elements in and out of the stack. Now, how can we implement the stack by using arrays? In array, uh, uh, in the array implementation, the stack is formed by using the array. All the operations regarding the stack are performed using arrays. Let's see how each operation can be implemented on the stack using array data structure. See, we have to know operations of stack: push, pop, and display or seek. These are the operations which are possible to perform on stack. Here we have two possibilities of implementing the stack. One is array implementation and second one is linked list implementation or linked list implementation. Right? So now we are going to implement the stack by using arrays. All the operations which are performed on the stack are implemented by using array data structure. First one, adding an element into the stack. That is nothing but push operation. Already we see how to insert an element. For insertion of element, we use a function which is called push. Right? Adding an element into the stack, that is push operation. See, this is the procedure for inserting or adding an element into the stack. First, adding an element into the top of the stack is referred to as push operation. The process of inserting an element into the stack, we call it as push. Push operation involves the following two steps. First one, increment the value of the top so that it can grow. It can now refers to the next memory location. See, already we see here the example. Suppose here first here top is equal to -1, top is equal to -1. That means initially top is equal to initially stack is empty. So if you want to insert an element into this stack, you have to increment the top position by 1. That means top is equal to 0. So whenever you insert 9, top value is 0, and whenever you insert 7, top value is 1, and whenever you insert 10, top value is 2. And for every insertion of an element into the stack, the top value is incremented by 1. That is first step. Increment the variable top so that it can grow. It can now refers to the next memory location. Next, second one, add the element at the position of the increment top. This is referred to as adding a new element at the top of the stack. Stack overflow. When we try to insert an element into a completely filled stack, therefore our main function must always avoid stack overflow condition. So here we need to check one condition before going to insert an element into the stack, that is overflow condition. So here suppose the maximum elements which are possible to place into the stack here is 10. Suppose our example, the top value is 9. What does it means? The stack contains 10 elements, 0 to 9 elements. Is it possible to place one more element into the stack? No, because already the stack is full, because the maximum number of elements which is possible to place here is 10, and top reaches its maximum value, that means 9. So 0 to 9, 10 values. So there is no way to place one more element into the stack because stack is full. So we have to check the condition, that is whether the stack is full or not before going to insert an element. If it is full, we simply say a condition, that is a overflow condition. There is no way to insert an element into the stack. Otherwise, the top value is incremented by 1 and insert an element into the stack. Always the new value is placed at the top of the stack. Next, here we have to see an algorithm for insertion or push an element into the stack. First, begin. If top is equal to n, then stack full. See, if top value is equal to n, then stack is full. Means some n means if you start with stack value 1, the top value reaches to n, then it is full. Suppose if top value start with 0, if top is equal to n minus 1, then it is full. Mean in some stacks, some of the people are taking it from 1 to n, some of them are taking from 0 to n minus 1. There is no problem, whatever we take. Here, if top is equal to n, then stack is full. Otherwise, I means whenever the condition is false, I mean stack is not full. What does it mean? Stack contains some empty places where possible to place the elements. So that time the top value is incremented by 1. Top is equal to top plus 1, and stack of top is equal to item. Here item means the value or new value which is placed into the stack. Stack of top means that is the top represents the position and the new value is placed at the stack. Okay, this is end and this is our algorithm. Simply, first we have to check whether the stack is full or not. The first, if top is equal to n, that means it is a condition to check whether the stack is full or not. Suppose if it is full, then we simply displace stack is full. There is no way to insert an element into the stack. Otherwise, third condition, and mean if stack is not full, means if it contains some empty places to place the elements, that at the time we have to increment the top position by 1 and we insert the new element into the stack and end. That is the algorithm, and the time complexity of the push function is order of 1. Okay, so the time complexity is order of 1. And how can we implement a push function using C language? See, that is the top is algorithm, means just step by step, and this is implementation. It means you have to write some code for push function. See, first void push. See, void is a data type. Void is an empty data type which always returns null value. Next, push, it is a function name. It contains variables integer value 1 and integer n one more value. Here n is the size of the stack. N is size of the stack, and VAL means value, means new value which is inserted into the stack. Here n is size of the stack, means the maximum number of elements, which is the maximum number of elements possible to place into the stack. So n is either 10 or 20, 30, 40, whatever it may be. Okay, n10 means the maximum number of elements possible to place into the stack is 10. Here just if top is equal to n, top is equal to n is equal to n. See, equal to is assignment operator, but equal to is comparison operator. See here, if top equal to n means wherever the value of top is equal to n, means the value of top is equal to n, then print overflow. Mean suppose the maximum number of elements into the stack are 10. I am going to start my stack from 1. Whenever the elements first element top value is 1, whenever we have to insert the second value top value 2, up to top value 10 means the stack is full. So if top value reach to the maximum size n, then we simply print overflow, mean stack is full. And else, suppose if top is not equal to n, that means stack contains empty places. Stack contains empty places. It means top contains some empty places, and there is a chance to insert a new elements. At the time, you have to increment the top value by 1. Suppose top is equal to 6. Top is equal to 6 means here top is equal to 6, equal to n value 10. 6 equal to 10? No, because both are not equal. It comes to else plot, and top is equal top plus 1. Top 6 plus 1, 7. Top is incremented to 7, and stack of 7 equal to value. So whatever the new value which is inserted into the stack is placed at 7th position. Okay, stack of top value means 7, and value means new value, whatever you have to insert, that new value is placed at 7th position. One more time, before going to insert a new element into the stack, we have to check whether the stack is full or not. Means if it is full, then there is no chance to insert a new elements, or simply we print stack is overflow. Overflow means there is no chance to insert new elements. Else suppose stack is not full means stack, we have to insert new elements. At the time, the top value is incremented by 1 and insert a new element at the top position. This is the function for push. And second operation is deletion of an element from the stack. We can also call it as pop. Okay, push is inserting, pop is deletion. Deletion of an element from the top of the stack is called pop operation. The value of the variable top will be incremented by 1 whenever an item is deleted from the stack. See here, the topmost element of the stack is stored in another variable, and then the top is decremented by 1. The operation returns the deleted value that was stored in another variable as a result. The underflow condition occurs when we try to delete an element from an already empty stack. See, simply, instead of doing all these things, we simply observe. If you want to delete an element from the stack, we need to apply pop function or pop operation. Okay, pop is a function which is used to delete an element from the stack. Here, before going to delete an element from the stack, we need to check underflow condition. Underflow means empty stack. Suppose the stack is empty. Is it possible to delete an element? No, because there are no elements in the stack. So there is no way to apply pop operation. That is called underflow condition. So if the stack contains some elements, then only it is possible to delete. So before going to apply this pop operation, we have to check whether the stack is full or not, I mean empty or not. Okay, if it contains some elements, then only it is possible to delete, otherwise we cannot. So we have to check underflow condition. Here, for the purpose of deleting an element from the stack, every time the top position is decremented by 1. The top position is decremented by 1. Here one more thing here, that is for the purpose of knowing what element is deleted from the stack, you have to assign the top value to some value and decrement the top value by 1. See here, you observe here, first begin algorithm, top is equal to 0, then stack is empty. Top is equal to 0 means there are no element in the stack. Simply you print stack is empty or stack is underflow. There is no way to delete an element. Else, third step, else, and I mean if stack contains some elements. Suppose if stack contains 3 elements, 10, 20, 30. Top is now 3 and top 3 and the value is 30. Then stack of top means stack of 3. Stack of 3 value is 30 and 30 is assigned to item and the top value is decremented by 1. I mean top value is decremented from 3 to 2. See, whenever the top value decremented from 3 to 2, automatically the value which is placed at the third position is deleted from the stack. Okay, so for the purpose of printing that value, first we have to assign that value to item, right? Here the time complexity of this deletion operation is order of 1. See here, implementation of pop algorithm using C language, you observe integer pop function. If top equal to minus 1, top equal to minus 1 means there are no elements, or simply print of underflow or return 0. See, underflow means top value minus 1 means stack is empty or underflow. Else return stack of top minus. Here two steps are written in a single statement. Actually top value is assigned and decremented, both are done at a single step, right? This is deletion of an element from the stack.